It is out. Dragon Age: The Veilguard officially launched yesterday after the highly anticipated release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And man, if you check the mainstream media, it looks like a shining success. Just an incredible launch for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Dragon Age: The Veilguard launch beats Jedi Survivor to make it EA's biggest ever single-player game on Steam. Now, there should be a few caveats, such as the fact that until 2019, EA games weren't on Steam. So all the articles about there, how, wow, it beat the launch of Dragon Age Inquisition by like 20,000%. It's because Dragon Age The Inquisition was released in like 2014 and wasn't released on Steam until like 5 years later, something like that, right? But when you do look at this, Dragon Age: The Veilguard peaked at around 70,000 yesterday. And certainly higher than some of the massive like failures we've seen from things like, I don't know, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, or of course we just talked about the closure of Concord. In the grand scheme of things, though, this is BioWare's, they have said this is BioWare's like highest selling IP, their biggest IP. And right now, when you look at the Steam charts, obviously after it kind of came down a little bit overnight, Dragon Age: The Veilguard is being played by around 57,000 people. The same amount of people are playing Baldur's Gate 3, and that's been out for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dead by Daylight, it's just like there's a lot of like Dead by Daylight's right there. That's been out for
27th right now.
Yeah.
Now, and I do think you should keep in mind single player versus multiplayer games and aspects like that. There are a lot of things that go into this. But I mean, Black Myth Wukong, 120,000 people are playing Black Myth Wukong right now. We'll have to see with Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I think they were probably expecting a little bit bigger than that, to be quite honest with you. That IP, according to BioWare, is like their biggest IP. And you're going to have more people playing that on PC than you are something like Jedi Survivor, certainly as well. But I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 peaked at almost 1 million. And obviously that was updated to about 57,000 playing right now, as opposed to 2 hours ago. But the real kicker is something else launched yesterday, just a little bit after Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Did you see this, Jeremy? The beta for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yes.
The beta for this game. 500,000 fucking people playing the beta for this game.
Yep.
As Dragon Age: The Veilguard launches and, is sitting there, not even in the top 25 at this point in time. So the jury's going to be out on Dragon Age: The Veilguard for a little bit to understand if this is a success or not. Maybe it hits 100,000 over the weekend. Maybe if it doesn't, that should be considered a catastrophic disappointment for them, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, this is your modern audience, and it's going to be like, I have seen the discussion surrounding Dragon Age has been absolutely insane right now on social media, and the nonsense from the people that are they cannot stand that there's any criticism going on with this game right now. And it's a massive meltdown. And it's a meltdown because they realize this game, like, they're going to try to pretend that it's a success because there's 50,000 people playing it with a 70,000 peak right there. Those are not numbers that they wanted. Those are not numbers of a game of this level that's a success. And like, Az had like 6,000 people, I think, watching him the other day playing it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because the interest level to roast the shit out of this game is there. I've seen a lot of criticisms of people that have been calling out the game and being like, oh, well, look, all these guys shit all over this game, but yet they bought it. Yes, because their audience wants to see them rip it apart. That's really that's going to be the biggest success of this game, is what it's going to do for so many content creators out there. Covering it and ripping it apart with some of the dialogue we've seen, some of the interactions we've seen within the game. That's going to be the biggest success of this, is other creators getting successful, and that's what should be done. Rip it apart, roast it, let your audience get entertained by it. And the same people that are defending it right now, it's going to be another dead game here in a week or two. Nobody's going to be playing this game. It's going to be irrelevant.
Well, yeah, what I would say is, if you really do want to play it, whether you think it's going to be shit or think it's going to be great, give us your honest opinion. And if you actually do think it's shit, roast the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be buying this. I'm not going to be playing it.
I'm not either.
People are free to do whatever they want, but I'm certainly not going to be buying this because I think it's absolute fucking trash. So I will not be in that number.
I'm going to be playing respectable games like Black Ops 6, another shitty game. So, and I say that like in a funny way because it is just another Call of Duty, but I'm having fun with it. So I'll be playing that. I'm not going to be playing this Dragon Age game. It's not something that was on my radar, but covering the nonsense surrounding it has been pretty damn entertaining to say the least, and watching the reaction surrounding anybody giving this game a negative review. Because what did IGN give it? Like IGN gave it 9 out of 10,
9 out
right?
of 10.
And on Metacritic, the last we looked, it was like an 83 or 84. I don't know what that updated number is.
I think it's 84, somewhere around there. But
yeah,
there has also been, I will say this, the amount of like silly bullshit that has also gone out there. Like I saw a post, why isn't the audience like, why are they hiding the audience score on Metacritic? That has been something that Metacritic has done for the past several years, is they wait like 24 or 48 hours after the game is released before they open up audience reviews. And, you know, so people can actually play the fucking game first before you go there and either give it a 10 or a 0 or whatever. That's been the standard for Metacritic for quite some time. So that's not like a new thing for Dragon Age the Veilguard. Also, that ridiculous fake as fuck looking letter that got put out there that was sourced from 4chan or whatever. If you believe that, if you thought that that was legit, one, the fact that it had a mouse cursor in the fucking screenshot, and two, just even the text and the way some of it was worded, if you didn't have like a suspect feeling that this doesn't look right, I don't trust you. Like, what the fuck? I do not get that. That looked so fucking fake and ridiculous. But there's been a lot of shit like that out there.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because we cover stuff so much, you know, that we're just I tend to not have an emotional reaction to something immediately on social media, like that hasn't been confirmed or verified. You know what I mean? I try not to. It's not saying I've never have, but like there's a lot of fake shit on social media these days, man. A lot. Like last night, somebody sent a super chat about like something going on with like ballots like switching from Trump to Kamala and all of that. I'm like, I'm like, I'm not reacting to any of that shit because I have no idea what's real and what's not on social media. You know, like at the end of the day, I've got a focused message, you know, to get out and vote. People should go vote. But in terms of like all of that other stuff, I don't know if that's meant to bait people into walking into a trap or not. But there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that for sure.
What did Starfield peak at on Steam charts?
That's actually a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
If I remember right, it's around 330,000.
Woo!
Is what that peaked at, right?
And everybody was like, "It's a huge success," and it died quick.
Yeah, let me actually check it.
It died fucking quick. That thing went away. And this is the whole point about the Dragon Age thing is like, that is not a big number for a game of this level. It's just not. That's not a big number.
Yeah, literally 330,000. So.
Okay, there you go. There it is. There it is. Now it's down to 6,000. There you go.
Like, and you know that is what it is. It's been a long ass time since it got released, right? So the idea that it would fall off, okay, it's, you know, whatever. But for Veilguard to be basically tracking with Baldur's Gate 3. Which is maybe not necessarily the same combat system, but in terms of like RPG and stuff like that, like the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 is still holding on like it is, and Veilguard's essentially matching it as a new release over a year after Baldur's Gate 3, it's pretty crazy.
Good job.